Howdy y'all, welcome back to Rat's Nest Hot Rods. Ray in the shop with me again to work on his AMC Rambler 1966 style. He bought some floor pans from c2cfabrication.com, made here in America, and the fitment was pretty darn good for aftermarket. We'll make some manipulations to that. That's kind of par for the course. But check these guys out if you need sheet metal for your old car, especially AMCs. They'll have it. This episode we're going to go through obviously the fitment of aftermarket floor pans, getting them beat to shape, getting them in there. We're going to plug weld everything, as well as do some bead rolling, some flange rolling, a little bit of slip rolling. So there's just about everything. So we're going to go from Flintstone car to full floors by the end of this video. So sit back and relax and watch us do our thing here in high speed with some good tunes.
Smoker exhales in the space of his outcast face, and the payphone corner talker, she smiles with the cut. So
here is the bead roller. We're going to break it out several times during this video, so if you miss this one, you'll make it up later. It's from Woodward Fab. It really is kind of a two-man operation. You can get by with one if you have to, but this thing works great. It comes with 6 dies, I think, 3 flange, 3 bead, and works really good. So we're going to hook this up, and what we found was the beads in the pans from C2C were really shallow, and we wanted to get them much closer to stock and match them up to the floor pans. So I'll speed this up, and we'll watch that happen.
you used to know her in the eyes of the street light as a cool shoulder witness of the night, baby. Here I am. Now here I am, a folk terrorist without a sound, with the white trash wasteland to shout about, with the antique voice to break it down, and screaming out about the future burn out. Lost-eyed Willie Nelson, he gets up and puts his digital boots on, speaking with this 6 a.m. glam dresser. She tells the secrets of how she put her groove on. You know what she told me? Said, my sweet baby, I will lose my mind, there's many, many reasons.
A little more bead rolling in this passenger side rear pan, and we'll go get that placed in there and start getting ready to do some plug welding. Again, this is a Woodward Fab bead roller. I think they're all the same. They look the same from the different manufacturers, but I do know this one works good, so that's all I have to say about that.
Think about that one now, honey. Some wandering billboard, baby, said I dig what you told me about the other side, but could you please save me? Some post-ironic lady on the wire of some sad fire, so fierce and so crazy, and the speech-making man is so fried as he obsessively checks the mic, the talking black cat to the fire chief he rides.
Ray has taken a moment to clean up the metal on the edges. We left the rest alone and had a decent coating on there, it looked like, to help us get a nice clean welding surface. So I'll let him do that in high speed, and we'll get to welding here shortly.
Terrorist without a sound, with the white trash wasteland to shout about, with the antique voice to break it down, and screaming out about the future burn out. I said, baby, I will lose my mind, lose my mind. There's many, many reasons why I just wasn't made for these times, for these times. Yeah, for these times. Oh, baby, for these times.
Okay, we're all clecoed up and ready to start welding. Ray's going to be in there to assist with pressing down on the metal while I do some of the plug welds and some of the iffier spots. As you can see, the beads rolled out nice and deep and lined up really well. We got about 1.5 inches of an overlap for the flange weld on every panel except for the front pans. Those are going to take a little additional adding and some butt welding, but you'll see that here in the near future. Let me speed it up and we'll rock and roll some more.
Last night cocaine came knocking on my door. I let him in, let him sleep on my floor. He spoke to me in a voice I've known long before, begging soda and tin foil to purify his score. We'll sing that song now. Last night death came swinging down from the moon, drinking Argentine wine with a black attitude, saying reality's the baggage, the airport is the truth. He asked for one cigarette and you gave him two, and I tried so hard just to get to you, surrounded by midnight, singing these white boy blues. Yeah. I said you must leave, take your mirror and your straw. If you're dying to walk, baby, now you can always crawl. In your desperate moments in your bathroom stall, take it and the Warhol, it's getting close to dawn. Well, all night long. You lost me running through the fields. She caught me off guard, baby, now she caught me by the heels. A child of nature does not know how to feel. Well, we know what she bought, but baby, what did she steal? And I tried so hard just to get to you, surrounded by midnight, singing the wild.
Rear pan's all in. Ray's going to jump in here and do some grinding with the die grinder, angle grinder. Yeah, that's a die grinder, air die grinder, and kind of knock down some of the high spots that I left. And we're going to move up to the front. We had to, wasn't in this video, but we had to add a 90-degree flange to the edge of that rocker when we really ground down to start getting ready for welding. We found out that there was some rot in the deep corners under the seam seal that had been left there. So got to fix it while you're there, and note to self in the future, get way down in the corners of those rockers, get all that seam seal out before you cut the pan. But it all worked out okay. Front pans, time to get those in. One thing I failed to mention was the weld through primer was put down in episode 1, and it worked reasonably well on the stuff. I'm not too sold on it yet, but it worked. Anyway, we're going to play a little game where we put Ray under the car and make him mark out that unibody frame so we can drill out for the plug welds.
I drove into Cassie with all my might, then bound for Dakota at Christmas time. Well, I knew her in Havre, everything was fine. By the time we hit Glasgow, baby, we were in a fight. Well, on the night now. Yesterday was Tuesday, and I knows it so well. From the trailer park onto the gate, on to the wishing well. We pray for Our Lady welfare, deliver us from hell. Drink off the moving usher, sound the fire bell. And I try so hard just to get to you. Surrounded by midnight, sing the wild boy blues.
A little more bead rolling, and as you can see, the doors are open. It's getting dark, and this was filmed on Halloween night, so you're going to see some trick-or-treaters enter and exit in high speed while Ray does some work here. So we got treats out front and a welding helmet and scary guys in a garage, and it makes for just about as good as a haunted house as you can make.
Five, six, seven, go. Step right. Side right. Side
I gotta recommend getting yourself a Ray if you don't already have one. They're really helpful. Ray is drilling out everything for the plug welds before this front driver's side pan goes in. Like I said, they come with a lifetime warranty, and Rays really make life easy.
The chemical of rivers is running to the sea, and presently he was just taking his leave. Modern Don Quixote, passing through the dark urban imagery, looking in a broken mirror, washing his face, he sees the Chevrolet just floating in space, yeah.
Ray and I had to make another piece to fit up by the front, I guess where you're, well not I guess, where the gas pedal would be to the right there in that transmission tunnel, and it rotted out in the pans from C2C. Didn't quite get up there, so we slip rolled a piece and got it in there. We're all clecoed in. I'm going to tack it up to the main floor panel now.
Talking to itself again, and the smoke floating up in the perfume of gasoline again, and the rush hours of disaster, and the kingdom come, and the sky full of eyelashes, and thy will that will be done, saying it's not the love that I'm running from, it's the heartbreak that I know will come, yeah. Cosmos like a leech. I got the songs for nothing. I got these lyrics for cheap. I got a coyote for your raincoat. I got a fix for your disease. Now you're thinking that this song is just a joke. Well, look at my suitcase full of rope. I got the nights just like an Ethiop. I got tickets to the kingdom, tickets to the kingdom. I got the great roads, hanging with the hangman, hanging with the gramophone. In my pocket I got the payday loan. In my mouth I got the dough.
Alright y'all, you've come to another end of a video. Stay tuned. Next week we're going to clean up that floor, put seam sealer down everywhere where it was from the factory, and then we're going to take care of putting it down around these new panels, and then we're going to shoot the epoxy primer and then finalize that with the lizard skin sound control. Thanks y'all. Peace and grease, sucker.